Alrighty. It is Sunday, April 10th, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from My Sports Reports and Delaware Sports, my home local show. This is a Milestones edition of our broadcast here today. Brought to you entirely by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you'd like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience, find out all about my comedy hypnosis show at MarshalManlove.com. And also, if you would like to buy or sell a home in Delaware, Maryland, or Pennsylvania, I can help you out there as well because I am licensed in all 3 states to do so. And my website is MarshalManlove.foxroach.com. Thanks to those of you who watch on a regular basis: Tommy K, Joey V, Donnie M. Appreciate you. Melissa F, Marty S. Kristen M. Appreciate that. I really do. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's free to do so. Will always be. We're never going to charge for a subscription. I shouldn't say never. I guess it could happen at some point in time. But really, as long as we have enough subscribers and viewing hours, we can generate revenue, and then we can bring more of these broadcasts to you and actually hire some help, which would be good because I always need help writing stuff, as you may very well see here shortly. If you have any items of interest, just submit them to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. All the things that I just mentioned are in the ticker down below, in case you forget. So, what's been happening around the country? Interestingly enough, because of the weather, even though there's more competitions taking place, there's less things happening because of all the rain outs and snow outs and tornado outs and all that. But recently, from New York, Fordham University's Melissa Inoue recorded her 200th career victory for the softball team. They are the Flash. Here in my home state of Delaware, Conrad School of Sciences' Kayla Dillon recently scored 13 goals in a game against Newark High School. That total is tied for 5th all-time in NFHS recorded history. The all-time record for goals in a game is 20, set by Dominique Fortunato of Hampstead Topsail High School in North Carolina in 2012. Now, the lacrosse games here in Delaware have a mercy rule. So at the start of the second half, if a team is up by a certain amount of points, goals, the clock runs. It doesn't stop. So in this particular game, Conrad scored 20 goals, 15 in the first half. So it's not like we're running up points here. You score as much as you can until you get to that mercy rule. Let the second string play or let the clock run out, whatever. So this is a legit achievement. Every now and then you'll see some of these things where maybe a kid scores 80 points in a basketball game or something, and the score was like 90-2. Something's running up. Legit milestone here, 5th all time. To Maryland now, graduate student who, wait, here it is, right here. Graduate student Ubaldo Lopez breaks the Georgetown University baseball team's 28-year-old record with 4 of the team's 9 home runs, lifting the Hoyas to a 17-1 win over UMES last week. That's University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 4 home runs in a game. Let's just go back over here. Back here. Cool achievement. 4 home runs in a game. Like, everybody who hits wants to do something like that, hit 4 home runs in a game. Over here, Virginia Tech's Keely Rochard was named the ACC Pitcher of the Week as she tossed her 8th career no-hitter for the Hokies. That's a lot of no-hitters. That's a lot of batters getting no hits. All right. I have to amuse myself here every now and then. To Massachusetts, Caden Padelford reached a milestone with his 100th career point this past Tuesday as the Wacona boys lacrosse team rolled to a 23-9 win over West Springfield. Padelford had 6 goals and 5 assists in the win. To Pennsylvania, Northern Lebanon senior Autumn Bohr reached the 100 career hit milestone in her Vikings 10-1 win versus Mannheim Central. To New Jersey now, Reagan Lomascola scored her 100th career point for the Lakeland Lancers lacrosse team, joining older sister and 2019 graduate Kendall in the Century Club. The current Lancer star wound up with 12 goals, 5 assists, and 23 draw controls in her first 2 outings this season. To New York now, Highland freshman Alexa Pavis opened the area high school softball season with a milestone achievement this past Tuesday as she no-hit Liberty High School 12-0 in a non-league game. Some late word here from Michigan as Tony Williams from Parchmont High School is seen here with a banner commemorating his 1,000th career point on the basketball court. To Washington, D.C. now, where George Washington's Sierra Lang set a new record for her school's softball team by tossing her 14th career shutout. This was a 2-hitter against Hampton University. To New Jersey, here in the batting cage is pitcher Joey Giordano of Pascack Hills. He threw a no-hitter against Montvale High School this week. The sophomore struck out 16 batters in this game. That's of 21. A lot of hitters not getting hits. To Connecticut, University of Bridgeport junior Katie Borowski pitched her second consecutive and third career no-hitter of 2022 in Game 1 of a doubleheader as University of Bridgeport blanked the visiting College of Staten Island Dolphins 8-0. She happens to be a graduate of Polytech High School here in Delaware, the home state. She struck out 12 to raise her season total of 207 in 118 innings pitched so far in 2022, and her season record is now 13-5 with 7 shutouts, 15 complete games. A lot of more complete games. Softball, of course. Yep, let's go down here. To Pennsylvania, Christy DeMeo gets a mention again here on the show. She's a first baseman for the Dragons, and she's in the record book for the school again as she records her 1,393rd putout of her career to set the new standard for Drexel. And then not too far away at Villanova University, Paige Rock smacked her 250th career hit for her collegiate career. She is also the reigning Big East pitcher of the year. Offense and defensive star there for the Wildcats. And here in my home state of Delaware, a new state record was set in the mile by Tattnall Hornet graduate Sam Parsons in the Delaware Mile Challenge. Parsons ran a 3:58.17 to set the new first state standard. He was a 2012 graduate of the school, and this event put on by the school attracted over 300 runners. And also from my home state here in Delaware, Wilmington University's Taylor Lambeth became the program's all-time leader in assists for the lacrosse team. She now has 102, and she is getting ready to break the all-time career points mark there for the Wildcats also. To New York, out to Long Island, where Mary Kate Person from Jericho High School's lacrosse team scored her 100th career goal. And also from New York, Sacred Heart lacrosse player Kaylee Caleri needed just 2 full seasons and 4 games to reach 100 career goals. Caleri scored 7 goals this past Monday against Buffalo Seminary to hit number 100. And she added to her total with 3 goals in a 19-1 win against Mount Mercy on the subsequent Wednesday. So a lot of people doing a bunch of cool things and a bunch of different sports. And if you have something of note that you'd like us to honor and promote here on our show, just send them to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. And we're looking for help all around the country. If you would like to be a correspondent from your area, your school, your state, just reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. And what we can do logistically is have you do a report via Zoom. Or if you want to do a video, submit it. We'll put it into our network here. And if it starts to generate revenue, we'll pay you directly. Everything that gets earned. If you already do a show of some sort and just want some extra cross promotion, you can send the video to us here. We'll put it up there. We're going to put my sports reports on it, but still will be your work. And since we can track the views and any potential revenue, we can just send it directly to you. So that's how that would work. So we can cross promote. And don't be afraid to cross promote. Seriously. And it's one of these weird things here in sports. I noticed particularly in my sport, in my state here, people are very protective of their jobs. So like, for example, maybe in the local newspaper, there's only 2 or 3 spots for sports reporters. So they're very protective of their jobs, right? And they don't want anybody else potentially interfering in their employment there. So they don't like it when people do independent broadcasts like this. It's very scary to their livelihoods. I just say, just work with us, man. We'll work with you, work with us. You can keep your job. I don't want your job. I have my job. I have 4 jobs. This really isn't even a job. It's a hobby. Don't be intimidated by the fact that I'm doing some local broadcasting here or national broadcasting. I'm just here to have fun. The more we can mention kids and those who support the kids in these athletic endeavors, the better it is for all involved. And let's face it, sports galvanize communities, except the sports writing community. It doesn't galvanize them. It separates them. Everybody wants to do their own separate thing and hold on to it. And I can't let anybody else know what my precious opinion is. It's so valuable for my $25,000 a year sports writing gig. It's so funny. It really is. All right. Anyway, I guess I'm not keeping it positive if I talk about that. Unless I laugh, then I guess if I laugh, it's kind of more positive, right? So just reach out. If you want to talk to me about sports, recommend some people for me to talk to in the sports community, submit some milestones, whatever you want to do, just reach out to me, mysportsreports@gmail.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I am Marshal Manlove, and now I'm gone. I'm going to go try to take someone's job. Oh, yeah. I'll say goodbye if I can find that stupid button to hit. Here we go. I'm out.